Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Folks, I'm having a really hard financial time. YouTube has been doing some stuff behind the scenes and blaming the current situation on it, saying that it's out of their hands and everybody's suffering. Sure, everybody's suffering, but not to the extent that I got a 10% paycheck. You heard me, 10% paycheck. So, for all you stimulus check receivers, please donate $50 to paypal.me/Shakaama or cash.app/$Shakaama. If 10 of you donate $50, I'll be A-okay. Now, let's proceed with the current situation. And people are getting, when they go to check their stimulus paycheck status, they are getting status unavailable. So, today I have for you some tips and tricks to actually see your status. This is all I'm giving to you. I'm not handing out checks. I just told you I don't have no money. Okay, so many people are trying to see their stimulus check and what the deposited or mailed or see what the status is, but they're getting status unavailable. I have some tips and tricks, and let me give you a little bit of insight. So I used to work for the local internet provider here in my town of Las Vegas, and in the technical support and what have you, right? In the course of working for them, they acquired other internet providers around the country. So the thing is to migrate that company into the system, the giant corporation's system. I and all of the people that worked there would take phone calls, and we would manually enter their address into our system. So if you can imagine, people's internet went out during the acquisition, and we had unlimited overtime, which is, I don't know if that was even legal. But anyway, people were like sleeping in the office. I didn't do that. I was probably dumb. But I've done overtime before and got nothing because it booted me up into a higher status of taxes. And so I got absolutely nothing on the paycheck. So I would work an extra 20 hours and get the same exact paycheck. So I said, no, I'm never doing that again. Okay, so here's my point. In putting in people's address, the USPS, the United States Postal Service, has their own way of putting in addresses. And this is the same exact thing for the IRS. So the tips and tricks that I'm giving you are actually, I'm going to confirm, yes, this is how it works. So the very first tip that you have is that people were putting in their address in all caps. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the government of the United States loves capital letters. Do you know why? Because capital letters denotes an entity, not a human. So the entity of Main Street, the entity of Steve Johnson, you understand? This is why if you pick up your license and your name is in all capital letters, it kind of means that you're not a person. It means that you are a wholly owned subsidiary of the state of California, for example. So the tip is to put your address in all caps. A lot of people are having quite the success with putting their address in all caps. Now, for those that's not adequate for you, there are other tips. And these go back to talking about the USPS. It would behoove you to go to the USPS, enter your address on the United States Postal Service, enter your address there, make sure it spits back to you, yes, this is your address, right? Have you done that before? I used to also work for about a week for a company that was business to business that helped you send your packages in bulk for businesses. And guess what? We dealt a lot with addresses. And if you started typing on our system in our offices, the USPS would spit back, kind of like the Google confirmation when you go to Google something and you type in A and it brings you back apples for sale, whatever it auto completes for you, right? So on our system, it would auto complete for us. So it would be a very good idea to go to the USPS, type in your address there, copy how the USPS spits it out exactly, and then paste that into the IRS page, right? If that doesn't work, because maybe the USPS didn't actually spit it out, it simply accepted what you typed in, because the USPS might be a little bit more lenient with addresses than the rest of the federal government system. So here's some other tricks. Sometimes you might live in an apartment. So you put your name in, you put the street number, you put the street name, and then you want to put apartment, APT. No, doesn't work. So remove the APT. Still has your name, still has the street number, still has the street name. Might work, right? Also, sometimes how you put street. Are you putting ST period? Are you putting ST? Try the combinations of ST period or ST or capital S, capital T. Also, it might be that you have just moved in the past couple of years and the IRS still has your old address associated with your name, and that's how they're associating you. Put in your old address. There you go. That's another tip. Sometimes you want to put in your direction, south, east, west, right? But instead, the IRS portal will only accept, that you don't know about, only accept just the street name. So you put in 1234 Main Street instead of 1234 Main Street South or Southwest or whatever, right? Okay, I already told you about the period after street or road or avenue. Tried with the period, tried without the period, because that's the formal way of doing it. If you're typing out the word avenue, you might put in capital AVE or lowercase AVE or lowercase AVE period. And if none of that works, you might need to try a different browser. For those of you who are not familiar, browser means the actual program that you're using to access the internet. Google Chrome is a browser. Internet Explorer is a browser. Firefox is a browser. Opera is a browser. So if this doesn't work in the particular browser that you're using, try a completely different browser. And how you get a new browser if you don't have them on your computer? You simply go to the browser that you're using and type in either Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. It should come with your computer. I think the new one is called Internet Express or something like that. I do not use Microsoft products to browse the internet. I only use Microsoft products for the internet when I'm trying to check a website that I have actually created. And Opera, which is an Apple product. If that doesn't work, it should be that you should have on file your taxes that you filed in 2019 and what you filed in 2018. Some people are finding that the information precisely that they put in 2009 and 18 actually got them through to see their status. The IRS has updated the actual My Payment site, so it might actually be working now. Go check it. Also, you can only check your status, or you can only log in 3 times a day. So if you've logged in and attempted to put your stuff in, then logged out, and an hour later came in and logged in again, you could only do that 3 times a day. Then you will have to wait an entire day. They did this because they're, of course, overwhelmed with all the people trying to check their status. Okay, some people are reporting that when you put in your social security number, it is not necessary to put in dashes yourself. They're also reporting that it is not case sensitive, so you do not need to have a capital ST, right? Some people are reporting that they didn't include AVE, Avenue, Road, RD, ST for street. They didn't include anything. They just put the number, the street number, and the street name, not whether it was a road or avenue or whatever. Now, there's some people who live in the city that there is a main avenue, main street, main road, right? Try it without putting street, avenue, road after the word main or whatever the name of the street is, and test that first and then come back, because they are marrying the street name with your name. So they might still not need road, avenue, street, whatever, right? Court might not need it because they're only concerned with your name only in conjunction with the street name. So John Johnson, who lives on Main, right, with this social security number, right, is the only one who lives on Main with that social security number, right? So it doesn't matter if it's Main Street, Main Road, Main Avenue, Main Court, right? If you did not receive a check in the first round of checks that went out, do not worry, you weren't going to get a status report until last week. So you're still in the first round, but they've also approved a second round. Now, how they're going to determine who gets the second round first, I don't know. You might have to write out your entire state name. Las Vegas, Nevada. That also might be a point. All right, I hope this helps. I'm just trying to help all of y'all. If you reach this far into the actual video, do me a favor and leave in a comment, I can't believe you said that. Thank y'all for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. For people, all of my subscribers, most of you are going to be my subscribers. Check your notification bell, click on it, because that's the only way that you actually get to see my stuff. If you did not click on the notification bell and you got to see my stuff anyway, it's probably because you are a very regular watcher of my videos. But to make absolutely sure, it's not going to ring your phone. I don't believe it's going to ring your phone because I have notification bells clicked on everything, and I have never gotten a phone notification. The only notification I get on my phone is if I'm going to premiere a video myself of my video. That's the only time it actually goes to my phone. And it doesn't actually notify. Yeah, it does notify. But it also notifies me in the actual corner where the bell shape is at the top of the browser. I don't know if it does that on the phone. I know half of you use phones and half of you use a computer. Anyway, type in, I can't believe you said that. Thank you all for watching.